Hey guys, Ryan here again. Just wanted to pop in and talk about something that came up one of my lessons over the past week, and that was left-hand muting, and how important it is for electric guitar players that are trying to go after a specific type of playing, that funkier type rhythm, a la Prince, the meters, stuff like that. And a lot of it has to do with you're only going to be playing a few strings at a time for a lot of these voicings. But their fingers are going to have multiple jobs. They're going to be playing the fretting the note, but they're also going to be used to mute maybe a string below it or above it. So if I wanted to play this note but strum through the string under it, and that's just applying this idea to one note. You most likely want to be playing full chords for it. So let's just do something easy. A major triad with the B, G, and D string. I have an E string above it. I have two strings down here I need to worry about, but I want to strum through all the strings to really let my right hand open up and do some rhythm. So, and what's happening is I'm strumming through all the strings. My first finger is rolled over on the top E string, and that is muting it. It's not pressed down on it. It's pressed down on the B string, but because it's making contact, it's muting it. And my third finger is playing the D string, and it is fretting the D string, but it's also coming into contact with that A string, muting it. And my thumb is also helping. We are reaching over the guitar neck, and we are muting the E string. And it's not an easy thing to do, and I have my good days and bad days with it. It's definitely something you need to practice frequently to have a good foundation on and to be able to pull it in whenever you need it. You could also mute with the first finger if you adjust the way you play a chord, which are mostly going to be kind of like three-note voicings of things. This is something that Tomo Fujita hit me to up at Berkeley. He had me playing a lot of these chords, these three-note voicings for dominant chords. So here is an A7, we just have the root, we have the flat seventh, and we have the third. But what he did is he played them in a way where his first finger would be free. So he could mute behind that chord with the first finger. Giving him all the freedom in the world to do whatever he wanted to do here. He's just really good at that, and I got a lot out of watching him do that and practicing that up at Berkeley. But apply this stuff to like dominant chords, 9 chords, triads, anything that's kind of got that funkier taste, in 13 chords, and maybe just go through a 12-bar blues with it. and start slow. You know, you might not want to be here first. It might just be. And working your way up tempo, and then maybe working your way up to the higher strings. A lot of funk guitar players kind of live on these top 4 strings. But have fun with it, you know. It's funky. It's not supposed to be. You're going to hear yourself getting stressed if you're getting stressed because you're not hearing what you want. So you want to be loose, you want to be colorful, and you want to have fun. It's basically the gist. Yeah, thanks for checking the video out, and I'll see you soon.